Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me.
So gay.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the GayMenChannel. My name is Justin Gerhardt. I'm your host, and this is my weekly vlog, Gay for Justin, where I get to talk about anything I want. Shout out to my wonderful cast in the movie Almost Adults. We just premiered at the Outfest in Los Angeles. It was amazing. I'm sure you saw lots about it on Instagram. One of the most amazing experiences of my life so far. This week on Gay for Justin, we're going to talk about how to deal with gay bashing, or I don't know if I really want to call it gay bashing, or maybe homophobic judgment, or just homophobic opinions about being gay. First, I'm going to start off by telling you a little story. My mother experienced some homophobic judgment. She was running an errand, picking up something from somebody's house, and just as she was about to leave, this person stopped her and said, "I need to talk to you about something." They started out by saying something about both being Christians, and I grew up in the Mennonite faith, so this person assumed that my mom still believes everything that she believes, which, first of all, in today's world, you can't assume that everybody believes everything the same, even if you both consider yourself Christians. So there was a red flag number one, that my mom realized, oh dear, where is this going? And they proceeded to then ask my mom how she could be a Christian and also support all of her gay children and the gay lives that they live. Well, when my mom told me this story, I had to calm myself down before I could respond, and so I wondered what she had done in that situation. And she said that it took her aback. She was clearly not expecting this from this person. Then proceeded to have a bit of a conversation with them about it, and they just couldn't see her side of it, and how she could proclaim to be a Christian and then also support all of her gay children. So I think what I was most amazed by and proud of my mother for, and I think that this is where the learning is in this experience, is that at the very end of the conversation, she said, you know, we're going to have to agree to disagree on this. However, I want you to know that you are not my enemy. I don't see you as my enemy. We are still going to coexist on this earth together, and I don't hate you for thinking the way you think about my children. And I want you to know that I don't see you as my enemy. And then she gave this person a hug, and I think that also was something they weren't expecting. And then she left, and I honestly was so proud of her for doing that. I think the work that the allies are doing for the LGBTQ plus community is just as important as the work that us as gay people are doing. Even though she could have gotten really angry and threw it all back in her face, she didn't. She chose a different way to approach the conversation with her. And I think that is something that we need to remember sometimes when we're in those situations where we want to just yell back in their face and shake them until they understand how we're feeling. It may not work. It probably won't, actually. And I think that showing that love, that unconditional love, even though we don't agree on something, is more powerful in the end than trying to convince somebody of something or shake it out of them. I was so proud of my mom, and I think that story is something that will inspire other people to perhaps respond in a similar manner when it makes sense, or when it feels like it's something you can do. In today's society right now, it is so important that we choose love over hate, that we choose a conversation over physical violence, because we have seen all throughout history that physical violence never succeeds. It never does what we say it's going to do. All the wars have never actually brought in peace. Maybe peace for a little bit, but we're back to war in other ways now. We can love. We can choose love over hurting somebody else. There's always another way to work something out, just like you were taught on the playground when you were a little kid. At least I was. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did and you want to subscribe to the channel, just click the subscribe button. You'll see a new video every week. Like this video if you love the way my mom handled the situation. Like this video if you like those really crazy, controversial conversations with people who don't feel the same way as you do. Sometimes I love that because you're learning so much about yourself while you're trying to explain how you feel about something or why you believe something that you believe. Tell me about any crazy stories you guys have, times when it's been a bit awkward talking about being gay with somebody who doesn't agree with it. And I'd love to hear about the times that you chose love over hate, because I think those are powerful stories to share. Have a great weekend, everybody. I will see you next week. Don't forget, y'all stay fabulous now. I think you should do a little happy dance today, just because dancing always makes me feel better, and it's gonna make you feel better. Ding, 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 do, do, do. Everybody dance now.